Attention, Earthling. Right now, your feeble human brain is scrambling to find enough complete, high-quality protein sources. This is a daily struggle. You settle for trash milkshakes, candy bars, chips, and all kinds of junk loaded with tons of sodium, fake sugars, bad fats, and weird chemicals. Gronos. The protein is worthless if loaded with trash that makes you fat, lazy, and weak. This is what the Voraxanors want to make their invasion of Earth easier. Therefore, to prepare you for war against them, you need to learn how to utilize Krom'gnok to get stronger. This is Commander Marzod of the Interstellar Galactic Alliance, telepathically bringing you the Pro-Maximo Foods Style, the greatest protein for the greatest warriors. Loosely translated for Earthlings. Krom'gnok is the ability to get complete high-quality protein most effectively for strength. But first, you need to understand why you need protein, how much you need, and where to get it from. Fail to understand this, and you fail your entire world. So pay attention, you lowly Kremling. The reason you need protein is to preserve your muscle mass and aid in its recovery. It is not for energy, steroids, or a magic weight loss pill. Don't be a rotten Nixie Vem, always looking for magical shortcuts. A good rule of thumb, as they say in the US, for how much protein you need is a ratio of 1:1, meaning gram of protein per 1 pound lean body mass weight. I'm using the US's weird measurement because it's easier to remember in this case. But for those who can do math and know the metric system, the ratio is 2.2:1, or 2.2 grams of protein per 1 kilogram body weight. This ratio applies to lean body mass, not your excess fat weight. If you are overweight by 100 pounds from fat, this does not mean you consume an additional 100 grams of protein more than you need. However, if you are heavier from lean muscle mass with almost no body fat, the extra protein makes sense. Furthermore, a warrior understands that timing is as important as strategy. It is not enough to simply consume your daily quota of protein. You must strategically deploy it throughout the day. Your Earth body can only effectively utilize about 40 to 50 grams of protein per sitting. Any more than that in a single meal is simply a waste. Pay attention, you clueless Kremling. A lot of you believe that all protein is the same. This is a Voraxanorous lie. There is high-quality complete protein, and then there is low-grade incomplete protein. A warrior's body needs protein that contains all the essential building blocks for muscle repair and growth. Whole food natural sources like eggs, meat, and soy are complete proteins. Many of your Earth products contain inferior protein just to boost the count on their labels. Do not be fooled, for they are incomplete. You must know the difference. As far as where to get protein, you don't need overly processed junk food that claim to be high protein. These expensive proteins are worthless when loaded with fake sugars, bad fats, and sky-high sodium. Simple, natural, whole food sources always work best. And to prove it, we're going to make Krom'gnock Rolls simply with 3 main ingredients. Let's get started. You'll need 3 basic components: eggs, lean ground turkey, and egg roll wraps. You could stop there, but to level this up to a warrior's true excellence, you must enhance it with mixed frozen vegetables, yellow onions, garlic, mixed herbs, black pepper, sea salt, milk, and red cabbage. First, we conquer the red cabbage. Split it in half like your defeated enemy's skull. Take each half and split it into quarters. Remove the cores by cutting it with a diagonal slash. And for the kill, we fatally slice the pieces into thin strips until the cabbage crumbles in utter defeat. Now, with equal ferocity, behead the onion stems. Then chop it in half like an enemy brigade and cut them into thin strips again. Then lay them flat and cut them across into tiny squares so they can feel your wrath when you dice them up into oblivion. And now, the garlic. Take the cloves out of their protective bulbs before execution. Once they are vulnerable, put the flat side of your blade on top of a clove and then smash them with your fist to remove the skin easily. The garlic will feel your might before they are finally diced into doom. The next step is to get our hands bloody. Put every last bit of turkey meat into a large bowl. Add a good helping of your mixed herbs, as much black pepper as your dainty earthling stomach can handle, and finish it off with a pinch of sea salt. Now, mercilessly dig into the bowl, using both hands to thoroughly mix the flesh with the seasoning. The next step of our preparation is easy. We take 2 to 4 large eggs and beat them senseless in a bowl. Add in a splash of milk to further increase the protein count for excellence, but only if you can handle it, you lowly Kremling. And now, we burn our enemies alive with our flames of glory. I swear by Ozra's divine blood, this pitiful earthling's meager stove makes me want to spit sulfuric acid. Why did I even inhabit such an unimpressive vessel? But no matter. True warriors do not bend or bow to such adversity. They triumph despite it. Get your non-stick skillet or sauté pan and heat it to low-medium heat. Put on a bit of olive or avocado oil. When ready, throw your diced onions in there and stir-fry them until they are a caramelized light brown. Next, throw in your finely diced garlic until you can smell them get toasty. When it smells like the aftermath of a Kithaeron dynamite explosion, it's ready. Now add in your seasoned turkey meat, including every single drop of your enemy's blood. Cook it until it is browned, and then add in your frozen vegetables and red cabbage. When everything is tender, add in your eggs to bind all the ingredients together. Once cooked and the egg is no longer runny, stop the cooking process. Don't be a clueless Kremling, and be sure to let the filling cool down completely before you roll it in the wrapper. You are now ready for the next phase of this battle. Get one of your egg roll wrappers and lay it flat on your cutting board. Seal the sides with water or egg wash. Take the food from your skillet or pan and place enough of it diagonally on the wrapper to fill your roll. Fold in the corners where the food ends and then roll it tight like Zalaxian dynamite munitions. And repeat this several times until finished. It might take a bit of practice for a Kremling like yourself, but if you're going to learn the warrior's way and defend yourself against the Varaxanors, you'll figure this out if you want to live. Now, the final attack. Take those Krom'gnock Rolls and lightly brush or spray them with olive or avocado oil. If you possess the superior warrior's weapon known as an air fryer, prepare it for battle. Now, launch them into battle for about 10 to 15 minutes. You must turn them once halfway through their cooking to ensure your enemies are completely vanquished. When finished, they should be crispy golden brown and appear like your enemy's burned flesh. Gavok! Enemy crushed. Mission complete. Now let's analyze your Earth's typical Turkey Veg Egg rolls that are so beloved for comparison. This deep-fried abomination is often filled with fatty pork, cabbage, and mysterious fillers. For a single roll, you are looking at a pathetic 8 to 10 grams of protein, 10 to 15 grams of fat from low-quality deep-frying oil, and over 400 to 600 milligrams of sodium. Kronos. And now for the Pro-Maximo Foods Style difference. The numbers don't lie. Our objectively superior Krom'gnock Rolls have 33 grams of complete, high-quality protein. That's triple the protein of the typical egg roll, a lean 9.5 grams of healthy fats. Less total fat than that deep-fried garbage, and from better sources. A disciplined 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium, a fraction of what you find out there. That's how you turn a Turkey Veg's mediocre snack into a true warrior's weapon. That is how you Krom'gnock, and that is the Pro-Maximo difference. It's the only way you will survive. And there it is. You're now 5% less of a lowly Kremling than you were before. You're a little bit stronger now, and a little better off against the Voraxanor threat. But don't get lazy. Next time, I will show you how to use a Triton seafood spear to further your training. Gavok! Until then, this is Commander Marzod of the Interstellar Galactic Alliance, telepathically bringing you the Pro-Maximo Foods Style, the greatest protein for the greatest warriors. End transmission.